So today I thought it would be fun if we looked at 10
more
weird things that America does, American people do. Oh, okay, it's gonna be one of those days. These are some of my favorite kinds of lists because I just love to observe culture and how people behave differently, and what's regular to one group of people is just so bizarre to other people. The important thing is that everybody just stays weird, because if we were all the same, sure to be hella boring, wouldn't it? Before I get into the list, do be sure to subscribe and turn your notifications on, otherwise, well, you might miss the first hour club when I stay online and comment to people. That's not even a threat, that's a real thing. And on with the list. Coming in at number 10, it's how people count differently on their handies. I remember when I first became aware of this, I was watching Inglorious. Can I say that word? Everyone knows what I mean. And as I recall it, they were able to pick out who the American spy was because he counted on his hand differently.
3 Gläser.
And that made me go, huh, we do that differently. There's actually even a word for how you count on your fingers called Dactylonomy. Dactylonomy. I'm going to use that in this sentence. It basically means everybody across the world counts on their hands, but we all do it differently. Like in Asia, it's really sophisticated. They can actually count multiple digits on one single hand. In the Western world, we all kind of universally use one finger for one number. But here's where it gets different. Across Europe, we all generally count like this. 1, 2, 3. But in America, they start with the index finger and they go 1, 2, 3. I can't even keep my thumb and my pinky down because I'm not used to doing it. I can definitely see the reasoning behind this and why we do it differently. Like in Europe, we'd start with the thumb, but we'd say 1 if we were just doing 1. We wouldn't go 1. But then it also makes sense to me that like the first digit on your hand is the first number, so starting with that one is just strange. The next weird thing Americans do is have a bajillion different types of egg, and I noticed this notoriously in the Denny's versus IHOP video.
And then Lenny decided because I didn't know what anything was.
If you haven't watched that at this stage, you really should, because I've been referencing it a lot. I got really confused when the waitress asked me how I wanted my egg, because it hasn't come up before. And I've definitely seen it referenced in films, but I didn't think about it until I was specifically asked how I wanted my egg. Now, there's actually a lot of differences to do with eggs in Europe and America. Long story short, basically, we couldn't sell our eggs in America, and Americans could not legally sell your eggs in Europe. They're illegal, and that would make you a criminal. In Ireland and the rest of Europe, we pretty much have eggs boiled, fried, scrambled, poached, and oh yeah, you can get like an omelette, but that's like almost a different thing altogether. It's considered a different dish. You definitely pay more for an omelette than you would for a boiled egg. In America, you have 100,000 different ways we would consider the chef elected to cook it, but you guys let the customer pick how they want it cooked. You have over easy, sunny side up, hard scrambled, soft scrambled, hard boiled, soft boiled, perfect scrambled, over hard. You even have something called a Spanish style egg, but I don't really know what that is. There are probably more, let me know in the comments. It definitely allows you a lot of choice to do with your egg. I honestly never thought about my egg that much before, apart from those main prerequisites. I just kind of take it how the chef sent it to me. The next weird thing Americans do is just one that kind of irks me, because then I have to think about it when I'm saying it to an American person. It's that we have to call football soccer because you guys have American football, and the rest of the world just says football, but we have to say soccer over there just because, you know, there's the, why didn't you call it something else? What came first? Also, you use a football field as a size of measurement. Where did that come from? Why did you suddenly go, it's 3 football fields long? Why did you decide to measure things in terms of football fields? It's so random. It's like me saying that's 5 suitcases big or 10 dishwashers high. It's really random. The next weird thing American people do is when you guys vote,
Don't go there.
and I'm not getting political here, oh my god, we are currently very much staying away from politics. Oh yes, we are. God, we don't want to get into that here. No, we don't. We're all gonna die.
maybe.
Everything's fine. No, well, you guys give out stickers for voting, and this just kind of, I don't know, it makes me go, oh, that's cute, but also then I heard how much it costs. So generally speaking, your local officials will pay for this, and sometimes even the government. In 2012, there was an estimate that giving out I voted stickers cost about $34 million. And I gotta think there's a better use for that money somewhere, surely. Anything would be better to do with $34 million. Apparently the reason they give out the stickers is that it reminds people to vote and motivates them through like peer pressure, but I mean, I find that belittling of the American people. You're not children. You know to go out and vote. You should go out and vote, and if you don't, you know, you're probably not that responsible or busy that day. But no, you really should vote. Like, that's a thing. You shouldn't need a sticker to remind you to go and vote. I've heard that sometimes these are used as souvenirs for the day, so that's kind of cool. But also, it's just unnecessary. I even heard that some restaurants motivate people to go and vote by giving discounts or even sometimes free food. That's crazy. Just go vote. You don't need that. That's condescending to you, the American people. You know that you should go and vote. I have more faith in the American people than to presume you need a sticker to remember to go and vote. I should be in charge of America. No, everybody would get sick from all the candy. Okay, the next one is short but important. Your lemonade is not fizzy. Lemonade is supposed to be fizzy. Throughout the rest of the world, lemonade is carbonated. And you guys have those amazing, iconic American lemonade stands that kids do when they're supposed to be trying to make money. They're apparently a little bit illegal when you look into it, but it's cute. It's cute. They do the lemonade stand. They're not fizzy. What? We have fizzy lemonade everywhere else in the world. Everywhere else in the world has fizzy lemonade. So strange that yours isn't fizzy. That's the whole point. That's my whole point. It's simple, but that's it. That's the whole thing. The next one I'm including, actually because I think we're the weird ones and you're kind of normal, but I'm not making that list right now. Maybe I will another day. And I'm not sure if I've ever put this on a list before, and if I have, call me out below in the comments, because I don't like to do that. I don't like to repeat myself, but it feels like I might have said this on another list. It's that Americans use automatic cars automatically. Now to me, a non-driver, I look at that and go, look, the technology is advanced. You should be using automatic cars because it's better and it's better.
Excellent point.
You don't have to work so hard. But then a lot of people across the rest of the world think, no, I want complete control over my car and I enjoy shifting the gears. Oh my God, shifting the gears is hard. And when I tried to learn to drive before, that was probably one of the main things that put me off. It is so hard to drive, as you call it, stick. I'm already thinking about my feet and my hands, and now I have to think about my hand again, and it's difficult, you know? But the majority of the world statistically has more manual cars, because people just like to be in control. Apparently now the manufacturer of cars has a lot more automatic cars, so that's great, but in Europe it costs a lot more money to get an automatic car than a manual car, and when I suggested that I might like to relearn to drive on an automatic car, everyone was like,
no, what are you doing? Oh my God, you can't drive most of the cars. That's crazy.
I would at least be driving, wouldn't I? And it'd be automatic and it'd be fine. Let me know below in the comments if you think that's a good idea. The next thing is that generally in school, your end of the year exam is only a part of your mark. You're also marked on what you did the rest of the year. I have to concentrate the whole year? No, I'm good at standardized testing. In Ireland and the rest of Europe, we just do our end of term exams, and that counts for like everything you've learned that term. You definitely get in trouble if your homework wasn't good and your class projects weren't good, but it really doesn't have any overall consequence for you. If you pass the final exam and you get an A, well, you know, that's it. But then here's the funny thing, in university, we kind of swap with you guys, because in university, our work throughout the term counts for some points, and then at the end of the university term we take an exam and they're put together, and it's a lot like American school. Whereas, as I understand it, when you guys go to university, it's your finals, like your end of year exams, that count for way more than your other stuff that you did during the year. What do I think is better? I don't know, really. I know a lot of people who just got really good at doing tests and not that good at being in class, so I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one. The next weird thing that American people have is something that I've seen Irish people and even some Europeans adopting. It's the term, wait, what? Oh my God, this is a handy little phrase. I kind of feel like, yeah, we needed this.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
This phrase means I was not listening to a single thing you said, and I need you to rewind and go back to the beginning and start again. It's also sometimes used as an exclamation for, oh my God, what you said is so shocking, but it's, I don't know, I guess it's the way you say it. Saying pardon and sorry, which we do in Ireland and Europe, just doesn't cut it. It just gives you a brief synopsis of the end of whatever the person said. They'll just rewind that bit, but they won't go all the way back to the beginning. And I'll be honest, sometimes people are talking to me, I'm not listening. I'm not listening to a word they're saying. I'm thinking about chicken nuggets or something else. And wait, what? Is something that would really come in handy. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Wait, what? I'm taking it. I'm stealing it. I'm going to be the first person to say it. I won't even get a credit. I'm not the first. The next thing that American people do, and I've noticed you guys say it to me a lot when something goes wrong with a service or something on my trips abroad, it's complain. And I'm not saying like, meh, they complain, oh, they're so whingy. Actually, you guys do complain if a service or an industry is wrong, and I actually think it's good, except when you guys get really litigious. Like, you guys are way too litigious. You guys are suing people all over the place. It's crazy. But no, going back to the simple complaining, you guys do that if like a waiter's doing a bad job. You're like, oh, go talk to the manager. I would never dream of doing that. Most Europeans and Irish people would never dream of doing that. We all have a friend. We all have a Karen. You know, Karen who goes and complains to the manager, but Karen is like the exception to the rule. The rest of us are just like, we got bad service, we bitch about it, but that's it. We won't go complain. We definitely won't rat that person out to the manager, because
snitches get stitches.
no, like sometimes honestly they do deserve it. They deserve it. You should go talk to the manager, but we don't do it because we just don't. Maybe we should be more like Karen. No. Yes. And the final, ultimate weird thing that you guys do in America that we do not do in Ireland is crazy stuff with your rubbish. You have garbage disposals in your kitchen as standard. That's just in your sink. There's a machine in your sink. Our sinks are not mechanical. It's probably not mechanical anymore. It's probably electric. I don't know. I'm not a plumber. Or is that technician? But yeah, when did you guys get the crazy idea that you're gonna throw stuff down your sink and it would just disappear forever? I don't actually know. Do people go and clear out the garbage disposal then afterwards? Is that like another person's job at the end of the day? Do you go clear that out? Or is it like the toilet? You never ever deal with it. It's just there. It went somewhere, you don't need to know. I don't know, it just seems crazy high tech or something that you do that with your rubbish. You don't just throw it in the bin, but then I guess it's just composty stuff that you throw in there, right? And if that's the case, then shouldn't your bins be smaller? But they're not. I have so many questions about garbage disposal. And yes, I could Google them, but that would be boring, and I enjoy reading your comments much more. I'll be back on Monday trying something different. See you then, bye. Before I get into the list, that's a good start, Diane. And on with the list. Coming in, but being, it's a lot. Measure things in terms, do you like being back in Ireland? Why did you just smell me? Do you even know you're in a different country or no? Just happy to be here.